We all have that dream, right? Building wealth through real estate, collecting that sweet, sweet passive income. It sounds amazing, but what if I told you that one wrong move, one little knucklehead decision on your very first property could set you back $10,000? Well, in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the exact playbook to make sure that doesn't happen. We're going to get it right the first time.
And that's exactly the feeling, isn't it? That mix of pure excitement and, let's be honest, a little bit of terror of the unknown. Evan Phoenix, who said this, he's a super seasoned investor now, but he started right where you might be. A little nervous, a little unsure of what the heck to do next.
And the stakes, they are absolutely real. That number you're looking at, that's what one of Evan's early mistakes actually cost him. So this whole explainer is designed to help you dodge those expensive rookie errors by learning from the people who've already made them.
Look, this isn't just a random list of tips I threw together. This is a step-by-step playbook. We're going to cover the whole shebang, from figuring out your strategy all the way to becoming a successful landlord.
Okay, first things first. Before you even think about opening Zillow or Realtor.com, we have to lay the foundation. The most important first step isn't the house hunt. Nope, it's defining your mission and getting all your financial ducks in a row.
So let's get crystal clear. What is your number one goal here? Are you looking for cash flow? That's extra money in your pocket every single month? Or are you playing the long game, betting that the property's value will shoot up over time? That's appreciation. For most beginners, that consistent monthly cash flow, that's the safest and smartest way to start.
Next up, how involved do you really want to be? Conventional investing is, hands-on. You're the one finding the deal, managing the contractors, screening the tenants. It's definitely more work, but it can lead to higher profits. On the flip side, there's turnkey. You buy a property that's already fixed up, ready to go, often with a tenant already in place. It's about as passive as it gets, right from day one.
All right, now for the fun part. What are we actually buying? A single-family home or a multifamily property, like a duplex? Now, single-family homes are a fantastic starting point. They're simpler. But a duplex or a fourplex, well, that gives you multiple income streams under just one roof. Think about it. If one tenant moves out, you still have others paying rent. It's a built-in safety net.
So your strategy is locked in. It is officially time for the hunt. But here's a little secret. The best deals, they're usually not just sitting there on the big real estate websites. The real edge comes from knowing how to look where nobody else is.
This right here is a pro tip for finding those hidden gems. It's called driving for dollars, and it is literally what it sounds like. You drive through neighborhoods you like, you look for houses that look a little neglected. Maybe the grass is super overgrown or the paint's peeling, and then you reach out to the owners directly. This, plus asking an agent for old expired listings, is how savvy investors create their own deals instead of fighting over the same ones everyone else sees.
Okay, you found a potential property. Now it's the moment of truth. It's time to do the math. In real estate, your feelings can lie to you, but the numbers never lie. And don't worry, it is way simpler than you think.
Let me give you a quick back-of-the-napkin tool, the 50% rule. It's a surprisingly accurate shortcut that says about half, 50%, of your rental income is going to get eaten up by all your expenses that aren't the mortgage. Things like taxes, insurance, repairs, vacancy, it all adds up. This is the perfect first test to see if a deal is even worth a second look.
And if you want to get more detailed, it's just 4 simple steps. Figure out your income for the year, subtract all your expenses to get what's called your net operating income, and then subtract your mortgage payment. That number left over, that's your cash flow. If it's negative, you're losing money every month, you pass on that deal, period.
So you found a deal, the numbers actually work, fantastic. Now you're in the home stretch, that period between making an offer and actually closing. But be careful, this is what I call the gauntlet. It's where most first-timers trip up and make their most expensive mistakes. So let's just pause for a second and ask a really, really important question. Are you buying a home for yourself, or are you buying a business? An investment property is an asset. It's a machine designed to make money, and you have to treat every single decision that way, logically, objectively, and with zero emotion.
Because when you get emotionally attached, you fall into these classic traps. You start saying, oh, I just love the kitchen, and you end up overpaying. Or you're so excited that you downplay how much repairs will cost. This is where you have to be disciplined. I love this metaphor. Think about it. A racehorse wears blinders so it can only see the finish line. It ignores everything else. As an investor, you absolutely cannot afford to wear blinders. You have to see the entire field, all the risks,
all the problems. It's a business. Another massive mistake is underestimating the true cost of owning this thing. The purchase price is just the down payment on your future expenses. You've got closing costs, you've got immediate repairs, and you have to plan for the big ticket items down the road. We call those capital expenditures. A new roof, a new furnace. These things can wipe out your profit if you're not ready for them.
And please, I am begging you, do not skip the professional inspection just to save a few $100. Finding out about a cracked foundation or a major electrical problem before you buy is literally one of the best investments you will ever make. It could save you tens of thousands of dollars.
So, congratulations! You made it through the gauntlet, you closed the deal, you have the keys in your hand. But the journey isn't over, not even close. A whole new chapter is just beginning. Now, you have to be a landlord.
So let's download some of that hard-won wisdom from investors who've been doing this for years. These are the kinds of practical, real-world tips you only learn from being in the trenches.
Man, these are absolute gold. Seriously. The next time you show a property, take a peek inside the potential tenant's car. It's a weirdly accurate preview of how they'll keep your house. Getting the sewer line inspected can save you from a 5-figure plumbing disaster. And changing the air filter yourself once a month? Genius. It protects your expensive HVAC system, and it gives you a perfectly valid reason to lay eyes on your investment every 30 days.
Which brings us to tenant screening. This, right here, is your single greatest defense against 99% of future headaches. A tough, consistent process that checks their credit, verifies their income, runs a background check, and actually calls their old landlords. It is completely non-negotiable. Finding a great tenant is more than half the battle.
So, as we start to wrap this up, I want you to remember this one thing. The real goal here isn't just to buy one rental property. It's to build a repeatable system, a playbook that you can use over and over again to build a whole portfolio and generate real long-term wealth.
You now have the entire playbook, everything from setting your goals to screening your tenants. It is a proven path to follow. So the only question that's left is, what's your next move?